What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to J.Craft's Garage. Well, I'm going to do something a little different than me just working on my truck or going to Copart or things of that nature. I'm going to show you what it's like to be kind of sort of a mobile mechanic running around fixing stuff. Got a call from a customer, it's been about a week or so ago, about a pickup truck that's losing coolant. So I went over to where the truck was at and checked it out, and come to find out the radiator is leaking on this truck. I'm not going to get into too much detail about all that yet. I want to show y'all this vehicle and what it's all going to entail to fix it. It's on a ranch, believe it or not. They use this truck as a ranch truck running around all over the place. It's big enough to where you have to drive around in a pickup truck. It's not no little 2-3 acre place. It's pretty big, you know, hundreds of acres. They do a lot of hunting on it for white-tailed deer, axis deer, and some other wildlife too, which I'll show you here in a little bit when we get there. The drive down there is roughly about 50 to 60 miles, so it's going to take a little bit to get there. I'm not going to film the whole event getting down there, but we'll film a little bit. There's also a chance of rain today and tomorrow and through the week. The one time I'm trying to do videos and you know, it's supposed to rain. But anyways, I am in the 95 F350. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I've already got it up and running, and over there is the 83 sitting over there. So wound up switching trucks since I've got the 95 up and running. I put everything back in. I put everything in the 95 as well. Also got, I don't know if you can see, that back window is blacked out. Actually, both back windows are blacked out. I got decals on the truck too, with my business name and everything on it. So yeah, I got this truck set up, got it working kind of sort of how I like to. I mean, there's still a few more things that I want to do to it, and there's a few more things that I'd like to do to it to really kind of sort of, what do we call it, spruce it up a little bit. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get on the road. We're gonna pick up some parts. Oh, first thing we gotta do, even though it's only gonna be like 90 degrees today, believe it or not, in Texas, gotta go pick up some ice to go put in my cooler. Yes, I invested in a cooler, and I've got water and Powerade in that. But eventually the ice all melts, and gonna put more ice in it. And I'll show you that here in a second. So let's get on the road and let's get stuff accomplished. Well, I came by O'Reilly's after I got the ice and another stop at the bank, and picked up the radiator for the truck. Yep. In that big piece of cardboard back there is the radiator for the truck. Put it inside the truck, that way it doesn't go flying off into Never Never Land for where I'm going. So, here we go, down the road to install this radiator. Well, we are on the road that's leading to the ranch that I'm going to fix this truck that needs a radiator. All out here, out in the brush, in the middle of, you can say out in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. So head down that direction, and I'll let you know. I'll get back with y'all whenever I make it to the ranch. Okay, I made it to the ranch, but check out this gate, and check out the top part of the gate up there. Isn't that cool? With everything up there, all the wildlife and everything all cut out. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now watch this. All we gotta do is pull up here a little bit, and then go ba-ding, and it will swing open like that. Yep. The Empire Ranch, and here we go. And now on to fixing the truck. So here is our next next patient here. This is our 2014 Ford F350, and it's got the ever popular 6.2 gasoline engine in it. That's right, 6.2. It is not a diesel. And we are replacing the radiator in this one. And the reason why we're replacing the radiator, it's kind of leaking. Been leaking for a little while, and they only had water in it. So we're gonna put another radiator in it. Gonna start taking off all this stuff off the radiator and everything, and get it out of the way, and see about putting a new one in. So here we go. Probably the first thing you want to do when trying to take this radiator out is take out the grill. Grill's got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the top, and then it's got the clips that go in the bottom as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips, and those clips that can be a pain in the butt and give you a fight. So what I did was take my long screwdriver after I got the screws out of the top and just poke them through, push down on the top of them, and they all came out. So that way you can get the bolts off of here on the condenser on both sides, and then you can get to the hose for the I think it's a power steering cooler or something, some sort. That's all part of it, and you can get to that hose. I mean, it makes it a little bit easier to get to what you need to get to. So we're gonna continue to get everything apart and get this radiator out. Well, after much thought and everything that you would think that would happen, yeah, we got the radiator out. It did put up a good fight though, trying to get it out from all this other stuff. But now we got to take off some of that stuff that is attached to the radiator and put it on the new radiator and drop her back in. Well, continuing on, I've got pretty much everything swapped over to the other radiator, and the radiator gently put in to this, back into this truck, because if you notice, there's a whole bunch of lines and stuff it's got to that goes around it and things of that nature. But yeah, we're getting her all back together and getting all the coolers and condenser back on. You can take out the radiator without having to disconnect the condenser. Just got to be very careful about putting it back in and not damaging the radiator, because it's not a cheap radiator to put in this truck, even though it's aftermarket from the parts store. And also what we're going to do too, we're going to put in a thermostat into the truck as well. Since I'm putting in a new radiator, why not put a new thermostat as well to make this truck run? And oh, by the way, if y'all are Ford engineers or whatever, take this crap off this truck. It just needs that freaking tube, if anything, to go on top of the engine. I mean, that's like a big bunch of junk, you know, on top of that engine. Alrighty, continuing on, we're going to put everything back together on this truck, and then we're going to fill her up with coolant and get her running. Well, we got her all back together, ladies and gentlemen, and got her up and running. Even got coolant in the coolant recovery tank here, and that's where you put the coolant at and check the coolant and everything on that coolant recovery. So far, I got 3 gallons of coolant in this thing, so now I'm just letting it run and getting all the bubbles out and making sure everything is working like it should on this thing. And we're going to put the grill back on it here in just a minute, and we're going to be done with this project on this one, and on to the next one. Remember I said earlier we're going to be in some rain? Yeah, it's pouring now, coming back on the road. I'm only doing about maybe 55. It's kind of windy out there too, so yeah, glad to see the rain and getting a little moisture in the ground. Let's see what happens. Well, that's how things went on the F350 with the radiator in it. The old radiator out, new radiator in. It's using it every day. I appreciate everybody watching. If there's something specific that you want to see on the channel, drop it down in the comments. What you want to see. If you want to see more mechanical videos, if you want to see more Copart walkarounds, if you want to, you know, just let me know what you want to see. I've got more videos coming up with a few more with this truck that I'm in with the F350, and I got some more things to do with it. Plus, I've got some other videos that I'm coming out with that are mechanically related, but it also has to do with my oil business and AMSOIL. I've got a truck that we did an oil analysis on, and I'm working on getting the results And I'm going to share the results with you on that oil analysis that on the truck that's using AMSOIL in it. So again, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Again, I appreciate everybody watching. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody is safe. And I'll see you right here on the next video.